Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We are going back in for the last week of this month's side quest, which I know for many has been pretty brutal. So this one is the Dimensional Disruptors. It's got a Dr. Doom boss, so I went in pretty soon after this opened up, did a little preview of the map to see what we were working with. And he's got some interesting notes. So he's basically going to be in Haazareth a lot. And he's going to be more likely to throw the special 2. It's got, immune to the power manipulation and shattered. So if he nullifies, you're going to take some damage with that. So I am going to take him down with 3 different options, which I think are pretty solid. Obviously, Human Torch is going to be one of them, and that's the first one that I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm going to throw Mr. Fantastic on the team for this lane. We're going to go up the middle, and then I got Void as a backup and one of the killers on the path. So first up, we're going up this middle path. This is the health path. So these are just normal fights. There's no extra nodes on them except crazy amounts of health. And I think the health is a little bit less than the prior weeks. This is only 317k on the Sigil Witch. But I'm going to go this might be a little bit slower on this in the next fight, but I'm just going to go with my Mr. Fantastic. So I apply all 3 pre-fights, and I'm going to try to keep those refreshed. And you can see I get evaded, Mr. Fantastic evades with those debuffs on her, and that can kind of be a little bit annoying. I think that happens a couple more times in this fight. I wish there was a little bit more control as to when those evades occurred, but whatever. So we refresh the debuffs with a knockdown, whether it's a heavy knockdown or a special knockdown, and on the special 2, which we're going to throw off another time, each time we're gonna double up or add another set of those debuffs. So there's the debuff siphoner, which enhances damage over time on the defender, and if the defender puts damage over time debuffs on you, the damage is reduced. It's got petrify as the second one, and that's just gonna reduce any power gains. And then suppression is the last one, which is gonna just reduce the combat power rate from you attacking them. So she's already thrown off 3 special ones. We get in that careful study passive on the special one. So basically, if I do get hit by her special one, get some nice heavy spam in the corner there. If she does throw a special one and we get hit by it, it's gonna be weak sauce. So it's pretty nice. I'm not going to push her to her special 2s. I'm just going to keep throwing special 1s. And because I have the suppression, keep missing a few heavies there, because the longer you hold your heavy, you get a longer duration on the debuffs that you have active. Like the timer doesn't start right away. So, but yeah, I'm going to just keep her to the special 1s. And she's not going to get very many special 1s because she just doesn't get a lot of power from me smacking her around. We get off the special 3 to get that passive fury, and that passive fury is quite potent. And you're going to see like some of these, there's a 10k, 2 10k heavies, and those were non-crits. We're going to throw off the special 1s. We're going to get the stagger and the taunt on her, plus the incinerate, because we have the Human Torch synergy going, and another special 1. So we get a whole bunch. So we used 3 out of the 4 pre-fights, and I think I had 7 buffs active, so I gained 7 more. So we're going to come out with 8 pre-fights to use, which is awesome. So we're going to go up against this Cosmic Ghost Rider. And yeah, I feel like, that fight, it was about 3 minutes? 3 minutes is, it's kind of long. For a side quest, definitely it's kind of long. But yeah, next up we're going to use, against Cosmic Ghost Rider, we're going to use Mr. Fantastic again, just because I actually like using him. So yeah, most people just use him for the pre-fights, but he is a very, very capable attacker. He's not the fastest attacker, but man, he can really get the job done very, very easily. So again, we're going to apply all those pre-fights, which are going to help, control the fight. So you can see we had 8, we got down to 5. So as long as we end this fight with 4 debuffs on him, which is pretty much going to happen, will be maxed out at the 9 pre-fights that you can get, and then I'm going to use those for the last 2 fights and use it with Void and Human Torch. So Cosmic Ghost Rider, his special is fairly easy to evade. It's the similar timing to Storm Pyramid X, and you know, as far as countering it, if you are slow, he will parry you. Granted, there is no parry stun on this one, but generally, if you evade that last hit earlier than you think you probably need to evade it, you can easily evade and counter. So just kind of keep that in mind. There's a lot of window wiggle room as far as like being early on it to evade and counter. So you can see we've built up 2 special 2s, we fired them off, and that was a 3rd one, I think, and we have all the pre-fights triple stacked now, so the power gain and all that stuff is you know, maxed out. We don't have any debuffs that we're putting on him except on the special 1. Well, special 1 and special 2 does a shock, and special 1 will do an incinerate with the torch synergy active, so those will get a little bit extra damage with the debuff siphoner. There's really not any power gain in this fight unless I got hit with like a full combo ending in a light from Cosmic Ghost Rider. That would pretty much shut down that power gain if that actually happened. But yeah, we throw off the special 3, get that passive fury again. There we go. That was like a 20 something K heavy. He can hit pretty hard. He's a lot of fun too. I really enjoy using Mr. Fantastic. You know, for war, we mainly use him just to place pre-fights, and I don't have my 6-star ranked up, but my 5-star, he's max sig, and yeah, he's a solid champ. So don't sleep on him for a lot of fights. He has a lot of utility. He's not going to be the fastest, but man, he can really shut people down. We do have the study passive 1 on this Cosmic Ghost Rider, so if I did get hit by it, again, it's going to hit super weak and do very, very minimal damage. So it's pretty nice. Like if you can get the special 1 and the special 2s knocked down, the champ has a really, really hard time doing damage to you. And yeah, we close this out with a whole bunch of debuffs on him. And I did mention earlier, the special 1 does have an incinerate. Obviously, I'm not going to get that on this Cosmic Ghost Rider fight because he's incinerate immune. But yeah, took him down. We're going to move up to the next fight. This is a pretty hefty Mephisto, 400k health. This one, we're going to apply Mr. Fantastic pre-fights on this dude. We're not going to go in with Mr. Fantastic. We're going to go in with Void because he is incinerate immune. I could use Torch, but I'm going to save Torch for the boss. And yeah, Void with those 3 extra debuffs on. Now the petrify will stack with the normal petrifies, but I basically get 2 extra debuffs for the entire fight if I keep heavy knockdowning Mephisto, or I throw a special 1 to refresh those timers. So it's super nice. Like, look at that, just 1000 damage per tick when I have all 3 of my regular intimidating presence debuffs plus the extra debuff siphoner and the suppression. And then the RNG on this fight was not nice. It was not good to me. Pretty much the petrifies were like the last debuffs, or the 3rd to last and the last. So it really took a minute to get his aura power gains locked down. But once we get him locked down here, I think he's going to throw a special 2. We're going to get into Fear of the Void. I think I'm going to throw a special 2 myself. I'm going to try to push him as close to a bar so that way he can actually throw a special and not drain his power underneath. There we do get both the weakness and the degen from that power sting on the L2, which is great. Look at that, 1800 per tick when I have that stun up. A lot of damage going on passively. And now we get him over in the corner. We can heavy spam him because he has aura up, and then all of the Fear of the Void and the petrifies are draining him. It's pretty nice. I think he's gonna throw 1 more special 1, and then we're gonna get him with a heavier 2 in the corner. So yeah, when that aura is up, he's just basically draining his power. And so you can heavy spam him, and pretty quick, easy fight for Void. Rank 5, 5-star Void would do that fight easily. It's nothing too difficult, it's just a Mephisto fight. And then last up, we got this Doom. Now this Doom has these Haazareth nodes, and the one thing is I didn't see this be like water. If you do any type of non-damaging debuff, he's gonna go unblockable for 6 seconds. So that caught me off guard. I didn't think I saw that when I was going in. I'm like looking at that again, I'm like, ooh, so if I parry, he's gonna go unblockable. So then he's got these Haazareth nodes, which he's more likely to throw a special 2 with it up instead of a special 1. And then if he gets knocked down, he has a chance to actually activate the Haazareth. So, you know, that's a lot of Haazareth, but guess what? If you have a petrify up, or a slow, he cannot activate Haazareth still. So that was my game plan. We're gonna apply all 3 Mr. Fantastic debuffs. Now this will make him unblockable at the very start of the fight because these are non-damaging debuffs. So that's gonna trigger the Be Like Water node. I am gonna activate Nova, Flame on. So we got lots of pre-fights. That Be Like Water, gotta keep that in the back of your mind. Knockdowns, Haazareth, more likely to special 2, you can't be power manipulated, and the last one was the Shatter node. So basically if he nullifies, you take damage. So I'm going to start off with an intercept, and then I'm going to shorten my combos and just do a lot of draft back intercepts, or just do intercepts in general, and then I'm going to throw my special ones to keep those debuffs refreshed. And I'm just going to block the special one. It's not unblockable because I do have petrify up. So as long as I'm not stunning him, I'm good to go. I'm going to throw my another special one, and I'm going to hope that he throws. It's not unblockable. He can't activate Haazareth. We're going to counter it, build the smolders, and yeah, here we go again. Block, build up the temperature and the smolder, throw another special one, refresh all those debuffs, and I think one more special and he's going to die. Are we hit into a block? Yeah. So super quick, super easy. So I really highly suggest the Petrify from Mr. Fantastic for that. It will help a lot. Or if you have another champ that can apply the Petrify, you can kind of get around with the special ones not activating Haazareth, or the knockdowns activating Haazareth. I do also think if you brought White Magneto, I didn't do that for any of these, but White Magneto, apply the pre-fight to get the passive stuns, then you can stun all you want. There's a couple different options to do, and that's the first one. I think it went pretty well. So this next up, we're going to go up the left side. So you do have, this is the thing that I don't like about this side quest. You have, these gates have Cersei and Icarus. You have to throw them on the team, which especially for this path, I mean, most people only have the 3-star, maybe the 4-star from the arena. Maybe you grinded it out and got the 5-star, or lucky enough to get the 6-star from a Cap Crystal, or you were top 100 in the Cersei arena. But most people don't have these champs ranked up yet, so you're just throwing in these worthless 3-star champs. And so you basically only get to use 2 champs for these outside paths, which is kind of sucky, but you know, gotta do what you do. So here, I'm speeding this up just because I tore this Scarlet Witch apart. It does have to be like water, played it stun immune, and then this one, she threw 1 special, and Sorcerer went to special 3. I tried to nuke her down, but yeah, that special 3 did me in, and so I was like, I'm not gonna use a revive or anything, and that was pretty quick with Torch, so I'm just gonna redo it. So I back out, restart, and we're gonna do it right, and be, I guess, maybe a little bit more patient on the Sorcerer fight. I don't know why she wasn't throwing, but you know, it is what it is. Now we're gonna go back up against the Scarlet Witch. You do have to be careful. You can apply like weakness debuffs and a few other non-damaging debuffs when you crit. Normally she will put debuffs or buffs on you, but you can also put them on her. So you do have to be careful with that, because she might go unblockable. I'm going to play her like she's stun immune, so I'm going to be block baiting a lot of heavies and waiting for her specials. I'm going to be blocking a lot as much as I can to build up smolders. So there I do parry accidentally, it makes her go unblockable, and then I do crit her, and it does the power drain on me and her, which is great. I'm all for that. I don't need to throw any specials in this fight. And if I were to throw a special with Torch, special 1 is safe, special 2 you will stun, so if you don't kill him off, just be aware the unblockable from the Be Like Water will be active. And yeah, we took her down. We did get a couple poisons plus the heal block at the end, so we took some damage there, but that's okay. So next up we got Sorcerer Supreme. Again, Be Like Water is active. I'm not activating pre-fight. I'm just going to play this like she's stun immune. I'm going to be block baiting a lot of heavies and trying to find counters for that. And you know, when you're blocking, you're going to build up your temperature and your smolder, because she's a mystic and she's doing energy hits. And yeah, so far so good. We're doing a little bit shorter combos. We do want her to throw her specials. I think I block a few specials and dex some other ones. There, dex that whole thing. As far as like, you know, dexing or blocking it, you can parry block them, minimize the damage, and build up some smolder. Okay, so now we need her to throw her special 2. In that first fight, she was just super stingy, wasn't throwing it. I was thinking, is she gonna go to special 3 again? And she just throws it right before she hits full 3-bar. And then she starts throwing some specials. We parry block some of that, build up some smolder and temperature. And here we're just kind of going, we do some full combos. I think I do throw off a special 3 after she throws off this special 2. We do get an armor break, kind of nice, get some willpower healing. Now we're going to activate Nova Flame, and then she's just going to melt. That's all there is to it. And yeah, so we've taken a little bit of chip damage in these first 2 fights. We're going to get a little bit of willpower healing off of that, but the armor break, you know, is gonna, you know, when you're blocking, you're gonna take a little bit more damage. And then there she goes, she's dead. So Torch can take that fight. Void would be good on that fight. Granted, you would have to play stun immune because of all those intimidating presence, triggering the Be Like Water unblockable. Now here's a little bit more tricky fight. I do activate the Nova Flame on for this one because I was planning on using Void for the boss. And yeah, you gotta block bait this guy out. Try not to trigger dexes on his heavy. You just gotta be quick on the dash back and you're good to go. I think I do trigger the dex though a time or 2 in this fight. I should have countered that combo for sure. But we are building up some good temperature and smolder. Block the first part of the L1, dex out of the second. And yeah, this Dormammu is melting away. But I think I do end up accidentally parrying him. We're trying, yeah, right there. We're trying to bait out his special 1. He's just really not having it. I throw my special 1 to back him up. Still not throwing it. I don't want him to be unblockable on the special 2. I mean, I can evade it, but it's a little bit more tricky on the timing. And then here we go. We are unblockable on the special 2. I throw the special 1 to take that off. I need him to throw. He doesn't throw it. Kind of slow down my combo a little bit, backing off, and we have enough smolder and instant Nova Flames to just melt him. So could have gotten pretty ugly there at the end, but we take out the Dormammu, and then we're gonna go in with Void. So the Be Like Water node is gone, but this has more health, and then it's got the Pilfer along with all the nodes: Shatter, Powerful, Haazareth, Rage, and the other Haazareth node where you can trigger the Haazareth on the knockdowns. So this is a good one to use Void on if you're going to use Void, simply because you can parry, you can get intimidating presence debuffs on him with special 1s or just naturally, and you don't trigger the unblockable. Here I'm trying to slow play it out because I'm trying to get either a natural petrify applied to him, or just get enough power to where I can get the special 1 first, and hopefully that this will apply it. Again, I feel like the RNG on this was bad. My petrifies, I think, are the last ones to apply. I don't think I get it here. Yeah, no, we got 2 of the ones that the agility, the ones that reduce evade chance and whatnot, and then 2 of the fatigues. So I'm like, come on, give me a petrify. There we go. So now when he throws his special ones, we can either block it, we can fully dex it, we can do whatever we want. Even on the special 2s, we get no Haazareth. So here I dex, block, and then I dex and block dex out of that. So take a little bit of block damage. You know, this is a beefy Doom. Tons and tons of health. Tons of health. Yeah, I look back, it's 328k. That's a pretty beefy Doom. So here we do get Fear of the Void up, and then we didn't have the slow. So he did get Haazareth that was unblockable, and yeah, we didn't fully dex that, but we do get shocked as well. And then I miss a parry, and I think I'm gonna miss another parry up here soon. We still don't have the petrify up. We need that up, and of course we don't get it again. It's the last 2 of the 6. So the RNG on this fight was not good to me with Void. There we go. We finally get the petrify up, and we totally try to dex the last part of that special 2, and we miss it. I can do it, but yeah. Not in this fight. This fight I did not play very clean. Again, we get Fear of the Void up. We push him over special 1. We get the knockdown. And again we get 2 agility debuffs on. I'm like, dude, can you just get me a petrify and stick with the petrify? And then there, I don't even know. I just couldn't even get the dex on the special 1. Pretty sad. We get the fatigue on, of course. I'm like, dude, where is the petrify? This has been terrible. There we go, we got a petrify. I'm like, can we close this out? No, we cannot, because we can't parry. I don't know if that fight was very frustrating. I was like, dude, couldn't block, couldn't dex. Was it on the game? I don't know. I'm not gonna blame the game. I think it was more on me. So we only have like 30% left. I don't have the pre-fight torch anymore. I use that on the Dormammu, but we're going to finish this out with with Human Torch. And we do have to dex cleanly on this one. We do get the shock from the Haazareth. Got to back up, make sure he doesn't heavy slap me. And yeah, we're going to try to slow this down just a little bit. And we get Nova Flame active. We throw our special 2, we stun him, and he's dead. So we did die once there. We did restart the lane once on that Sorcerer Supreme, so not the best showing, but no items, no revives, just a little bit extra time. And then last up, we got to go on the right side, so we got to swap out Icarus for Cersei, and I do have the 5-star because I actually did grind out for her in the second round, and I snagged her with like, I think it was around 50 million that I put up. But yeah, but again, she's not going to be used for anything because she's not ranked up and she's not going to be great against Mystics. Maybe she could have been used against that Mr. Fantastic or the Cosmic Ghost Rider. She could have been maybe decent. I don't know. I haven't really played with her yet. But on this path, we're going to go Torch and Void. No, sorry, Torch and Immortal Abomination. So we're going to use Torch for the path, and we're going to use Immortal Abomination for the Doom boss. A little bit different. Maybe everybody doesn't have an Immortal Abomination. He's a newer champ, but he is one of my rank 3s, and I do enjoy using him. And I'm like, you know what? He's got Petrify. I think I can do it. I'm gonna be triggering a lot of the unblockable stuff because I am gonna be putting, petrifies, and if I block anything, I'll put a weakness on and stuff like that. So it's not gonna be the most easy and straightforward option, but he can do it, and you'll see I get it done. So we're gonna go on this path. Got a Claire. We're gonna torch it. Mr. Fantastic, gonna torch it. Mordo, gonna torch it. So, yeah, this fight's pretty easy. She does put some bleeds on you, but they will power heal you if you have willpower active. We're gonna just do a lot of shorter combos, a lot of blocking, medium, light, mediums, and she will go down quick enough. Now, I probably could have and should have done a few heavies in there to keep my temperature up. And I probably could have gotten Nova Flame maybe activated. I mean, my incinerates are reduced in time because a lot of the time I'm bleeding in this fight. But yeah, Torch is plenty capable of nuking her down without any problems. I think I'm going to be throwing a special 3 here. I think I try to push her to special 2. Yeah. I don't even throw a special 3. She just melts by that time. So pretty quick and easy. Torch, love him. I hope you guys have him. 5-star, 6-star. The dude is amazing. The damage that he can do against Mystics or energy champs is just out of this world. And even like on a Mr. Fantastic fight, he still does just fine. So I think on this fight, I do a lot more heavy charging to try to keep up my temperature. I don't do it at the beginning because I'm like, oh, those incinerates aren't lasting very long. I'm like, oh yeah, duh. I'm not getting temperature built up because he doesn't have energy attacks. Well, I think maybe special 2 is if I blocked it. I don't think I block any of his specials. They're going to be actually, I can't block his specials. They will be unblockable because he doesn't apply pre-fights, and if he doesn't apply pre-fights, his specials are fully unblockable. So yeah, we will throw some of our specials. We will activate the study passives. It's not a big deal. He can evade, but we can also get willpower healing. That's the one nice thing with Mr. Fantastic. Like, if you don't have to worry about him evading and, you know, having some weird nodes on him that, you know, cause trouble because of that, throw in a special or 2. As long as you alternate between, you know, not doubling up, you'll get some willpower healing. And you just got to watch out for him evading. And he will evade a few times in this fight. And I will get smacked, I think, a couple times. But the willpower healing will combat the damage that you take. So there I did get evaded and smacked by a special 1. I tried to heavy him and he evaded that. Trying to keep the temperature up. And I think here I'm going to start throwing special 1s into his block. Now, this is not a mechanic that I generally use, but if you don't hit him with your special, you only get 1 study passive. So you can see I only got 1 on the special 1. But if you hit into the block with a special with Torch, you do build up a smolder. So that was useful. So there I threw 2 special 1s in a row. Now I have 2 study passive 1s. I don't want to do that again, but I built up 2 extra smolders. So it's going to make my incinerates a little bit more potent. And I think I'm going to throw a special 2 next. I don't think I throw it into the block. I think I actually just hit him with the special 2. And we stun him, and then I think we pretty much finish him off. So need to be careful though, with a bunch of debuffs on you, he can evade. Or maybe I finish him off with a special 3. I don't remember. It's a little bit earlier in the afternoon. I'm just kind of getting around to it. Kind of got busy this afternoon with some work stuff and trying to get ready to go on a little family trip for Thanksgiving. If you're watching this on Thanksgiving, you know, I know it's an American Thanksgiving holiday. I think Thanksgiving in like Canada already happened last month and stuff, but I am thankful for all of you guys. I'm thankful for this game. I love this game. I play this game too much, but I love it. It's fun, and I love the strategy along with it. I love the Marvel the characters and just learning the abilities and all the superpowers and stuff that they have with them. So now we're going to go in with this last fight on the lane, Mordo. I eat a heavy right out the gate. That I wasn't expecting that, and I was just slow on the trigger to dex and get out of that. We do need to be mindful of that power gain timer. I thought that L1 was going to turn off the power gain. It did not. It was just a hair too early. He gets to special 3. Luckily, Mordo has one of the weakest L3s in the game. It doesn't hit very hard, and we take very minimal damage. It's no big deal. We are building up a lot of smolders with him hitting into our block. We're going to move him over to the wall heavy him, it's not guaranteed, but while he has that power gain on, he goes into turtle mode and he basically won't attack you. It's not 100% guaranteed, but it's very high chance, so you can pretty much guarantee just heavy him in the corner. If you try to heavy him in open space, he will likely dex away from it, so get him over in the corner, heavy him down, knock it down, and you're good to go. We throw off a special 3, and I think shortly after this he just melts, and I think he might throw one special and die. Is he gonna throw with the power sting, or is he just dead? No, we push him to special 3 again and barely melt him out. So Torch squeaked through that line. Could be a little bit better on the Mordo fight for sure. But we get down, and now we got Doom again, and we got the Be-like water node up. 328k health, shattered, powerful, all the Haazareth stuff. Where you knock him down, you can trigger it, and he's more likely to throw special 2s when he has a Haazareth up, which makes it unblockable. So poisons, we're good. We're good to poison this dude. We gotta intercept. Gotta have the intercept game on for Immortal Abomination, because he's going to be unblockable for a good chunk of the fight. I do want to throw a special 1. Special 1 is going to put a petrify on him, which means he cannot throw his special 1 and activate the Haazareth, but it will activate unblockable, and I just didn't work that out. He's unblockable right now. I don't want to, the special 2, I generally can evade most of it. There will be, I think, a time in this fight where I do fully evade it. I think it's actually right here where it's unblockable. I need to. No, he kind of danced around. There we go. Dex, block, and then Dex. So, but if that's fully unblockable, you can't block any of it, and you're gonna get wrecked. So need to be careful with that. We do have all our poisons built up. We do have petrify up now, and I think we're gonna build up to a special 2 there. I parry the parry and the weakness. Either one of them is gonna make him go unblockable. We do want him to throw that. There we go. He throws it. I missed the dex at the end, get shocked, and then I don't know what I was doing right there, but threw a special 1 into his block, and I get punished severely for it. But I do trigger the petrify. I do get shattered there. The dex there, we parry accidentally again. Triggered the unblockable. Gotta be really careful with the parries. Now here I kind of want to slow it down. We want to stay close to this guy. We got the acid burn going. The damage is good. I want this guy to throw his special 1. He's not throwing. I think I end up pushing him to his special 2, and we dex it. I'm like, come on, dude, throw your special. He's not having it. I'm just like, whatever. All right, here we go. And now here I throw the special 1. Petrify's on, but it's fully unblockable. Dex, dex, dex. Ooh, that was nice. That was very satisfying to dex everything on that special 2. There's a lot of times where I block part of it, and then we got the acid burn going again. We throw the special 1. We get the petrify back on. He's unblockable. We're just going for it. Come on, we're almost at 10 poisons. There we go. Acid burn and melted. So that was kind of fun. Got another solo on the Doom. Definitely, I think, a little bit harder for a boss. That Be-like water node is annoying. Hopefully you guys can take him down. There's a few options alternative to this. Definitely white mags would help with the passive stuns. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully you get through without too much trouble. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.